Nicky, Rubik's says customers, we're here again with the Vaquform machine. We just did another quick video of one of our other moulds. As you would have seen last time, it was a very simple setup to use. So once again, we're going to use just some hips material because it's a lot easier to see on camera than going with the clear stuff. Once again, just pop it in. Put your frame in. 2 clips on the side. Going to go through settings. This has already been, it's fairly hot because we've just been using it, so pretty much we just need to push the button once again, floated the sheet, pull it up to the top, push the red button and wait for it to heat up. So that's while it's heating up, this is our mould here. It's our Super Saloon mould. This is the Camaro mould here. Some very fine details on it. It's got some vents on the top, a little ridge on the bonnet. Once again, everything's designed with a bit of an angle back to help release, so nothing's too square on the edges. We did have issues with the wing on some of our previous moulds, so we sort of rounded it off so it doesn't create such a pocket and pull in weird. We were getting a little bit of webbing on the corners here, so we found that instead of pulling it down in one foul move, we sort of would pull it down to about here and would allow the material to sort of drape over that wing before we pulled it, because that's quite a sharp edge to pull over. As you'll see, we sort of do the pull in sort of 2 stages. Once again, this is all trial and error. Obviously you do want to avoid sharp edges, but we have found a way around it. So we'll get this up to temperature and we'll give this one a pull and you'll see how this forms together. As you can see from the last time, our previous heat time was about 5 minutes. As you can see, we've only been running for about a minute. It'll be 2 minutes by the time we sort of get ready to form. Once again, because we've already done a few moulds, the machine's already up to temperature, which helps. So we've got a few more seconds, the pump will kick in, and then we'll lower it down. As you can see, we've had a little bit of issues here. It hasn't actually fully formed in. Not quite sure what happened there. We might have gone a little bit slow on the pull down. But I'm going to pull that back out again. As you can see, it has not formed the corners at all very well. So we'll throw that one away. And we will load up another sheet and give it another go. It's another fresh sheet of hips material, 0.5mm. We'll load this back in again. Sometimes you're just going to make sure that it's actually good strong seal there. Alright, so I'm going to put this back up at the top. Now, place our mould back in. We'll load the sheet up again and let it preheat again. Much better. Just pushing that sheet all the way to the edge and just making sure that all your screws are not. We actually loosened these ones off because I think it was pulling at the back, but at the front was quite loose. So sort of got to keep an eye on that and make sure it's right. Should be able to pop this mould out very easily. Push the front out. It slides out nicely. Take the mould out. And this is a finished product. Obviously you still see a little bit of lines for it being 3D printed mould. Obviously over time you can constantly always sort of smoothing it with every mould you pull. It sort of actually does smooth itself out. Details on the tail lights you should be able to see there. They're only there for a sort of a reference for the stickers that are going to go on. Obviously, and then you can see some light details that we do for where the wheel arches are going to get cut out, just to make it a lot easier for people to cut them out. Another, few teething issues with it, that's sort of just maintenance, keeping an eye on, make sure that these are Tensions, obviously, with all the vibrations too, you know, these little screws and all that can start vibrating loose, which I think has been the case, that it sort of tightened itself up. Is one of those things. Once you finish, you place your frame back in. And so I've been actually just leaving this out just so it's not constantly under tension, just sort of let it sit there. I don't know if there's a correct way you're meant to be storing this. I normally put it back in so I don't drop it and risk warping the frame. So if you guys want to check these out, the link's in the description below to Vaquform's website. I'm not going to say they are the cheapest thing in the world, but they're the only company that are doing a machine this size for the average person. So until the next video, have a good one.